Since the dawn of its inception, Power Rangers has been a series that's relied heavily on its source material.
Huh, oh, that's it. I mean, they're totally making fun of us. I'm out of here.
Given the fact that the original shows already had stock footage available, it made it easier for the Western writers to lay out a roadmap for their adaptation. But it comes at a cost. When you depend on pre-established elements while making something different from it, certain characters, specifically the Rangers, can see themselves being written off. But thankfully, the producers decided to take matters into their own hands by creating original Rangers to ensure that their development wouldn't be compromised. And with Hasbro ushering in a new renaissance for exclusive Ranger teams, there's no better time than now to look back on earlier examples. That's why we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 original American-made Rangers. Number 10, the SPD Squad Rangers.
Let's do this.
Although it might seem like Cosmic Fury was the first to introduce Ranger fans to an all-American exclusive team, it was actually Power Rangers SPD. As a matter of fact, it also introduced viewers to the first team with a female Red Ranger.
You got a problem with that?
No, I'm cool.
Known as the best of the best, the A Squad were the original team of Space Patrol Delta before disappearing and being replaced by B Squad. Although they were made exclusively for the West, their costumes weren't all that original. They featured recycled helmets from Power Rangers in space, and their tactical armor was nothing more than repainted gear worn by the Galactic Space Alliance from Power Rangers Lost Galaxy.
What's wrong, Grinch?
I don't know. Their energy, their colors. Something's off.
Number 9, the SPD Orange Ranger. Often labeled the Power Ranger wannabe, this entry didn't actually happen in its respective show. Instead, it came in the form of a dream by way of SPD's chief gadget tester, Boom. He aspired to become an SPD Ranger, but was kicked out of the academy due to his incompetence. He managed to convince his parents that he was the Orange Ranger, which came back to bite him when they came to visit.
It's a good thing you're here, son. Go help your teammates.
SPD emergency!
During his dream, we got to see what he could do if he actually was the Ranger he envisioned. The suit featured a design scheme that was fairly similar to the B Squad team, but instead of featuring a number going down the torso, it featured the letter O, which emphasizes his designated color, orange. He also doesn't wear a traditional SPD helmet. Instead, he takes a similar route to his A Squad contemporaries by sporting a recolored in-space helmet. Number 8, the Ninjetti Rangers.
Let's do it, guys!
After Rita Repulso's brother Rito destroyed their Thunder Zords, the Rangers lost their Thunder powers along with them, which ultimately stripped them of their morphing abilities. But thankfully, Zordon and Alpha 5 were able to seek out the help of the wise Shinobi warrior Ninjor. He helped the Rangers to focus their inner Ninjetti beast to create the Ninja Power Coins, which called on the ancient arts of ninjutsu while retaining their current strength. As such, these suits take full advantage of the ninja motif. They also feature their beast spirits on their chest in the form of a coin. What's worth pointing out is the fact that these looks made their debut in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie shortly before being retconned for the series. Number 7, the Cosmic Fury Rangers.
Cosmic Fury Power!
Since the series these suits are featured in is still relatively new, we're going to avoid spoiling the viewers who haven't watched it. On September 30th, 2022, Hasbro Pulse revealed concept art for the Cosmic Fury Ranger suits, particularly the green and gold Rangers. By the time 2023 rolled around, the fans were able to see all of the previous Dino Fury team's new look. While the reveal to an exclusive Ranger team garnered excitement, the overall reception to the costumes was mixed.
What? No applause?
Although the Power Rangers featured muscular aesthetics on the toys, Ranger fans didn't think it translated well to live action. And since the Dino Fury helmets were being reused, many felt that the logo that was once featured on the torso should have also carried over to the new suits. Despite these criticisms, the suits gradually grew on the viewers. The Cosmic Fury Rangers are the first Power Rangers team to lack both a Yellow Ranger and a Pink Ranger. They are also the first team to have an on-screen Orange Ranger.
Does that mean
Orange is my favorite color.
Solano power, baby?
Number 6, the Spirit Rangers.
They look like Power Rangers.
Unlike the other contestants on this list, these Rangers were first conceptualized in the form of toys. But due to the popularity of Extra Rangers, they were later made into a sub-team of 3 Jungle Fury Rangers based on the spirits of 3 masters. Originally controlled by the Phantom Beasts using the Crystal Eyes, the Spirit Rangers battled the Jungle Fury Rangers. Once the Masters were rescued, they allowed the Rangers to take control of the Spirit Rangers. Similar to the core Jungle Fury team, the Spirit Rangers feature spandex suits with no belts and low-cut boots. They also feature the Jungle Fury logo on their chest. The only key difference that sets them apart from their contemporaries is the fact that they have shoulder pauldrons. Number 5, the Dark Ranger.
Dino Charge, Dark Ranger.
What the heckle?
To Super Sentai purists, this suit may look like nothing more than the Death Ryuger from Zuden Sentai Kyoryuger, making it unworthy of being on this list. But there's a small difference that we'll harp on later. Anyways, this costume would make its Power Rangers debut in the Boom comics. After Heckle became the official keeper of the Dark Energem following the events of End of Extinction, he and Zenowing returned to Sentai 6 before its destruction by Lord Arcannon. Heckle secretly began building a morpher for the Dark Energem based on Zenowing's Titano Charge morpher to destroy Arcannon for good.
I became a ranger? Eventually, yes. I'm a good egg now. Anyway...
At some point, he returned to Earth and traveled to the Prime Dimension where he was contacted by Tarek to help the Rafkonian resistance infiltrate Squid Inking. This look takes the best aspects of the Dino Charge Rangers and utilizes colors to best fit Heckle's dark motif. It features a navy blue and red color scheme with gold accents. It also has an armor that looks similar to the Dino Steel armor going along his right arm and left shoulder. It almost looks like it was ripped directly off the comic book pages, except there's one thing that's different. His helmet is actually of his Super Sentai counterpart Kyoryu Navy's instead, as the streak on the edges of the visor is gray, not red, making it 2 costumes in one, which ultimately makes it an American exclusive. Number 4, the Shogun Rangers.
What's this?
It's the end of the line for you.
Considered the descendants of the ancient Samurai Rangers, the Shogun Rangers are the ancestors of the current Samurai Rangers. They summoned the Bull Zord after it was created by the Guardians, but the Super Mecha couldn't be contained, so the Red Shogun Ranger decreed that it be locked away for eternity. However, Jaden Shiba managed to free and tame the Zord 300 years later, and in return was granted the Shogun powers via the Shogun Buckle.
Power of the ancestors!
These suits not only give the samurai a noble look, it also makes them look super imposing. The classic Power Ranger helmet takes on the form of a kabuto with the gold Wakidadae crest on the forehead, and giant shoulder armor that covers 80% of their arms. Most of the Mega modes could only be used in the cockpit of their Megazord. Thankfully, the Shogun mode could be used on the battlegrounds. Number 3, the Titanium Ranger. Raised by the evil demon Diabolico and brainwashed to do his bidding, Ryan Mitchell was destined to be different from his peers. So much to the point that he had one of the most unique forms in Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. After retrieving the Titanium Morpher, he set out to destroy the Lightspeed Rangers. The Titanium Ranger is the first and only 6th Ranger to have no corresponding Super Sentai counterpart. The M symbol featured on his helmet's forehead, as well as the primary design of the Titanium Morpher, is based after the wing panels of the Max Solar Zord. His primary colors consist of titanium gray and gold. Since he lacked a Sentai counterpart, he appeared in very few episodes. Number 2, Red in Space Battleizer.
Bring it on!
A common tradition in the Power Rangers seasons is that the Red Ranger will ultimately receive a source of power that'll allow them to turn the tide of battle.
Super firepower! Oh yeah!
And the first instance viewers got of this was Power Rangers in Space. As Andros was about to suffer at the hands of Vaxacker, a little girl named Sylvie pressed the 03 button on his Battleizer device. Although the process causes Andros to stand in pain, he is able to morph into a more armored version of his Red Ranger suit.
Are you ready for round 2, Vaxacker?
This powerful upgrade comes with a muscular build and a winged backpack granting him the ability to fly. It also came equipped with missile launchers and force field protection. It definitely made Andros look like a hero, and he would go on to utilize it during close calls.
Power down!
Number 1, Lord Draken.
I am Lord Draken.
Over the years, we've seen Tommy Oliver go through many changes throughout his life as a Power Ranger.
Aren't you a little old for this, Tommy?
I may be old, but I can still pull it off.
He started off on the bad side, but was eventually purged of the evil, and he would ultimately join the Power Rangers.
Will you join us, Tommy?
You're
watching History in the Making, Alpha.
But not all realities come with a happy ending, and that was made clear with Lord Draken. This version of Tommy comes from an alternate reality where he remained evil. He'd develop an insatiable appetite for power, seeking to control the universe, and would ultimately kill his world's Jason after taking away Jason's White Ranger powers and fusing them with his Green Ranger power. As a result of this action, the overall design of the suit combines the appearance of both the original Green Ranger and the White Ranger. Although the suit has been featured primarily in the Boom comics, we were able to bear witness to it in live action via a trailer for Power Rangers Shattered Grid. The base color of the suit was white, while the armored pieces consisted of a shield and arm bracelets that were very reminiscent of the Green Rangers. His helmet's logo looks like a good mix of the White Tiger and Dragon, and he features the Dragon Dagger as his primary weapon. It's become one of Tommy's most popular designs, and one that fans hope makes its way over to the Power Rangers show. Do you agree with our list? If not, let us know what your favorite exclusive Rangers are. Be sure to like or dislike the video, and subscribe for more Power Rangers related videos.